Squash the scum!
So Force Friday happened, and the first TVC offering for the First Order was the Sith Jet Trooper, and he's a pretty cool figure. And then, just less than a month later, we get the Sith Trooper. Kind of interesting that they just kind of came out. The Sith Trooper and the Shadow Stormtrooper and all those others are actually scheduled to come out later in November, early December, but they just kind of happened early. Not complaining. Gives me a chance to review 2 Sith Troopers in one go. And hey, I'm not complaining about that. So do I like these guys? Yes, I do. Do I have one major issue with one of them? Yes, I do. Do I recommend them? Yes, I do. I will also be getting the Sith Trooper Deluxe set, the armory set with all the different weapons. I'm not sure if I'm going to review that because the only things are just other accessories. But I am going to get that. So I'm going to have 2 kind of sort of unique Sith Troopers in my collection. But I love these guys. Let's take a look at the card backs first, because, hey, there's card backs to talk about, because I think this is an important part of the vintage collection experience, is the actual package. I don't really talk about packaging, but for TVC, I will make the exception. Rise of Skywalker logo there. Pretty cool images of the Sith Jet Trooper, honestly. I really dig that. Really good choice. Then the back here just shows the rest of the Force Friday wave. The only ones I haven't gotten yet are the Luke and the Poe. Probably not going to get the Poe. I'll probably get the Luke at some point, even though I already have enough pilot Luke. I don't need it. And then the Sith Trooper. You can see the picture there is also very nice. I like that choice. The Sith Trooper design, man. When that poster was leaked, I'm thinking, oh man, that's so cool. It's like a red First Order Clone Trooper, Stormtrooper hybrid. And that's essentially what it is. In universe, we don't really know yet. We don't know if they serve Palpatine. We don't know if they're just a different branch of the First Order. It looks like they're going to be just another First Order thing. But hey, who knows? Things change. We'll see. So I love these guys. Let's get in closer and take a look and see how cool they actually are. So let's talk about the Sith Jet Trooper first, because he was the one that came out first. I love it. I really do. It's not the best out of the wave in my opinion. It's actually not my favorite out of the first Force Friday wave, but I really like it. I love the line work on it. I almost feel like it would need like a little bit of black wash or something to see it a little better, but that's kind of how it is in the movie and the pictures from what we've seen, so I'm not too worried about it. It looks really nice though. I love this weapon here, this modified like F11. I really dig that. And then we have this rifle here with a stock, and then this actually does plug onto the thigh really nice and secure. That one does not as well, but it does. But you can see, man, that holds really nice. And he holds the weapons pretty good. Not the best, as you can see. He doesn't really have too much of a defined trigger finger. It's just kind of there, not really too good. But, I mean, he can hold it. You can see, he can go in a little bit more than what I had it. And he can hold the weapons fine. I mean, as you can see, he's not really having any issues. That is foreshadowing. That is foreshadowing. That is Anyways, he's a really cool design. I love the jetpack on him. It just looks cool. I love the black and the silver. This helmet design, though, I'm not sure how I feel about it. The more I see it, the more I like it. But I don't know. It just looks like little mandibles around his mouth, like they're just gonna move like a little insect. I don't know if that's supposed to be the mouth. It's where the nose would be. You can see it's a very odd design. I guess I need to see it in action to really get a feel for it. Then it does the thing again like the First Order Snow Trooper and Flame Trooper, where it just has a thin little line where he's supposed to see out. But of course that wouldn't really work, now would it? So let's talk about articulation on him. He has the nice double ball peg at the head, so you get tons of motion from that. Shoulders move that far out. Then you have the nice bend there. Both of the wrists actually move up and down, both of them. So that's interesting. The waist pretty much just swivels. You don't really have much of a ball joint out of that. Kind of standard hinge hips that we've seen from TVC nowadays, where you get nice forward, then you get nice side to side. Thigh swivel, then you have a knee joint that bends that much. Then you have just the ankle joint, which I wish would be a pivot. I wish they'd start putting the pivot in. But the thing is, 3 3/4 inch figures are so small, they don't really need the pivot to support their weight, because they're small enough as to where they can just stand fine without the pivot. So I kind of see why. And also there's a lot of display bases. You can just get a display base from anywhere and it'll work. So yeah, really good figure there. Let's talk about the Sith Trooper next, because he looks amazing, but he has one problem. His hands suck. Let's talk about his hands. I just want to get this out of the way. So, you know those nice things? Like this thing I'm using right now, a thumb. Thumbs are really nice. I really like thumbs. Unfortunately, Hasbro decided not to really give the Sith Trooper a thumb. He just has this weird little sausage sticking off of his finger, and it's for both of them. And you can see how his hand is shaped. I don't know about you. When I have my palm isn't like a big fat sausage, and my fingers don't just extend from this big old lump. This is the weirdest hand I've ever seen on a 3 3/4 inch action figure. And let's take a look at the Sith Jet Trooper's hand. And it looks completely normal, so you can see the comparison of what is going on with the Sith Trooper. I have no idea. Instead of using a thumb and fingers, he uses fingers in this weird palm lump to attempt to hold his weapons. Spoiler alert, he doesn't hold them very well. So let's try to, this thing, forget about it. It's a really cool weapon. Let's talk about this big old cannon. I love the red and everything. Warning though, it actually does have this individual piece right here that's like an extra handle. I didn't even know that was a thing until I found this piece on the floor and was wondering what it was and noticed the hole in my Sith Trooper's cannon. From where it had fallen out when I opened him up like a week prior, so good thing I found that. But yeah, forget about this. He will not hold it. I've gotten him to almost hold it like this. This is the only way to get him to hold it. I've tried desperately. Because see, he also just has the hinges that go up and down, and this is actually an instance where it'd be really nice if he had a hinge that went in and out. But you can see it just doesn't want to work. It just is not compatible. And then you get it like that. That's the only way I've ever gotten it. Then, boom, it's just so trigger happy. And then let's try it with proper hands, just to show it's not the weapon, it's the hands that suck, not the weapon. So let's, even though the weapon's design is kind of difficult to get a figure to hold it. Oh, did that piece just flew off and onto the floor. So yeah, I might want to glue that in or something. But yeah, you can see I'm even struggling here because the weapon design is really odd. But if he had a hinge that went outward, he would be able to hold it. So this thing, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. How about his little gun here? This nice little thing. Oddly enough, he's packaged using on the card. He uses the one with the stock, but he doesn't come with that. So he's holding it almost. Let's take a look at this. So the thumb is not in use really at all. Let's see, look at how easy it came out. What you are doing, you're squeezing it between his fingers and that palm lump. It will not go in all the way. Because, look, it won't go in all the way because of how the palm lump is shaped. Look, it just won't. It has to be in just a little like that, just a little bit, and maybe it will. Maybe it'll stay. Look at that. Worst hands I have probably ever seen. They are, oh my god. Look at that. Look at this. He's holding it, right? But look at how he's holding it. Because of that palm lump. Oh, man. I mean, so bad. Other than that, the figure's amazing. And I'm a big fan of it. So, looking at the Sith Trooper design, it looks good. I was worried for a second because the promo images did not show the black between the mouth and the eye pieces, but he does have that there. The paint's really nice on it. I love the design, personally. I really like the look of the Sith Trooper. I love the little lines. It just looks cool. I love the little pieces kind of sticking off. Like he's got the little pieces on his arms. I love the little thing on the shoulder, like the little floodlight or something. I love that detail. The legs are cool. I don't believe he shares any pieces with the Jet Trooper. He might share the legs. He might share the legs. Looking at it now, there is a chance he shares the legs. But I don't think he shares anything else with the Jet Trooper. So yeah, that's nice. Since he shares the legs, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to really go over the legs too much, except they move just as nice as you would expect. Pretty much just a swivel again at the waist, which is funny. More head articulation on this one than the Black Series, so that's funny. Shoulders move up. You have that, and then you have the useless hands that can move up and down instead of in and out. One of the few instances where I really needed to have two. And then looking at this, you don't want to move it up more than that because the little floodlight piece. So yeah, overall, good figures besides the one crippling flaw on the Sith Trooper. He's just going to be waving at you because he can't use a gun. Oh my god! And I've tried with the Sith Jet Trooper's guns too. It just doesn't. Like, look, boom, there we go. He's holding his gun. He should. But oh man, that trooper just kills me. I'm hoping the armory version holds the melee weapons better than this version holds the guns, because it just does not work. Oh man, that really disappoints me. You can't swap the hands and have it be the same design, because the hand designs are actually slightly different. But you probably could swap the hands if you're okay with having a Sith Jet Trooper with useless hands. He will hold the weapons. He will, sort of, the Sith Trooper. But just so dubiously. Just so... I hate it. Other than that, though, I like the figure. I do. I recommend him. It's just those hands are a real letdown. There we go. That's pretty much it. There's my review of the Sith Trooper and the Sith Jet Trooper from Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, description below, P.O. Box address, social media links, frequently asked questions, blah, blah, blah. All of it is down there. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.